Let's talk about the losing side now in terms of Tottenham Hotspur. How big of an opportunity missed is this one, considering the pressure that is rising on Jose Mourinho? We heard from him just after the match, and he said he felt like his side were unlucky to receive this kind of a result. But then you hear some of the commentators, one of them, Janusz, said that he's looking at this Spurs squad and this team, and he doesn't know what they're trying to be, apart from give the ball to Harry Kane and Heung-min Son and pray that they do something. So, what's your take on Jose's comments and just overall where Spurs go from here?
Look at Jose Mourinho. I mean, we've seen, same players, different managers. All managers expect you to put the team above yourself, right? Every manager asks for that. Unfortunately, he doesn't do it. He puts himself above the players, and that's a big problem for me, in general. I think, look, Manchester United were the better team. We can look at 5 minutes here, 10 minutes there, where their chances at certain points for Spurs to maybe go ahead. Sure, they were, but Manchester United had those chances or half chances here and there as well. They showed more character, for sure. This is the seventh time at halftime when his team is leading. So maybe he is right a little bit about the character of this team. But again, we'll have to say he knew what he was getting into. And look, he's passive aggressive. Even in today's post conference, he was passive aggressive. Yeah, we had our chances, but they're stronger in the midfield, sort of indicating, the character of the team, their reaction as opposed to his team's reaction. So he kind of weaves it in and out, but always make sure to say that we were lacking. There was something about us that weren't there. And a lot of the times it's the fault of the players, but ultimately it's about the manager. And look, if he's going to do this, if he's going to be like this, just go somewhere where you get a carte blanche, where you get a check and you sign it. Because look, living in the past, it's not good for anybody. And that's what he's been doing for a while. Nobody doubts how great of a manager he's been in the past, but we haven't seen it in a long, long time. Obviously, there weren't that many teams that truly wanted him. He said that Spurs were his dream. Well, you got your dream. Now coach these players, coach them up. You still have players that are absolutely outstanding. As you've said, does he even know his back four? No. Does he know his best center backs? Every game, somebody different. And everybody has to pay the price. Eric Dyer's on the bench. Sanchez is not even here. And young Rodon comes in after he's made some mistakes when he first came into the team. A young player as well, which you'd expect. So here's a manager that just probably knows that, okay, in his head, if you honestly ask him, he's probably say, I have Højbjerg, who I love, good player, nothing more, by the way. And I have Kane and Son, and nobody else, and I don't truly respect anybody else. This is how he comes across to me. And if it comes across to me this way, I can sometimes only imagine what happens when the players have to deal with that. So look, this is not a rant by any means on my behalf. I'll still have respect for him when it's all said and done. And 10 years from now, I have to talk about Jose Mourinho. I'll give him his due, but also, I mean, I'm just tired, passive aggressive at all times, never happy. And you know what? The results aren't behind him in the last few years.
And as you said, passive aggressive, you're kind of tired of it. I think we know that Jose does have a bit of a short fuse as well. If he's looking tired of this, there's about 7 games to go and it's not looking the best for Spurs. Granted, they still are in the League Cup final that's coming up later this month against City. But Janusz, if they don't get that, with the talks of Heung-min Son being linked with Bayern, Harry Kane being linked with pretty much anywhere that can give him a shot at some silverware, and Jose with that short fuse, where do you see this Spurs outfit going based on what you've seen?
Well, it's very hard to see how they're going to rebuild it. How long will it take to rebuild it? And is Jose Mourinho the one to do it, right? I mean, we've had our doubts when he first came in. It's not like all of a sudden there's going to be that, carte blanche, as I've mentioned. There's going to be a check from Levy, even if he, if those players go. So it's very difficult to see. I think the cycle was always over when, to some degree, even when Pochettino was let go, regardless if we think it was the right thing or not. I think that cycle was on the way down. I do believe in that, but I just never think that Jose Mourinho is the sort of man that's going to do this over the course of 2 or 3 or 4 years. So I wish him all the best. I wish that maybe Spurs do get that trophy because I think the fans have waited long enough, and that would be success for the club and for Jose Mourinho. I'm sure we'd have to hear about it for a long, long time. But the truth of the matter is that probably next season we'll see this team without Jose Mourinho.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN Plus.